Hello and welcome back to this free course on how to set up your newsletter business, making sure you've done everything you can to make profit. Here I am on the dashboard of Beehive. We've gone ahead already and we have written our first post. We've also hit that magic button that is going to save us hours and hours of time. If you want to know what that magic button is, go back and watch the previous video. But here you can see I have my newsletter that I have written. And today we're going to talk about scheduling it and getting it completed, ready for publication. So you can see here's the full thing that I wrote. I used AI as well. I used Copy. If you want to pick up Beehive or Copy, you can get the links down in the description. But Copy has written this for me, and then I've used the tools within Beehive in order to get everything laid out, looking good. You can preview this, see how it's going to look on email, make sure I'm happy with it, and also see how it's going to look on the website as well. Because remember, when you sign up to Beehive, you don't just get the opportunity to send out your emails. They'll also create a website for you which will house all of your content. So what I want to do now is just take you through these settings. Now, we're not going to go a deep dive into this. We are going to do a full course here on the channel, as I've mentioned before. If you'd like to get access to that course, it will go up for free. We'll be showing you in-depth videos of how to set up Beehive. Just subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on, and you'll see those videos when they go out. So what we need to do first of all is we've given our post a title here. I don't want it in the email, so I'm going to turn that off. It's just for me, for reference, so I know that this is Yoga 1, the first email I've written, and it's going to go out on Monday. I could put a date in there as well if I wanted to. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over to email. I need some kind of subject line for my email. So what I could do is I can just take what's in the title. Now, if we're interested in SEO, because this is going to go out on the website as well, then we want to make sure that the words we're using are the ones we want to rank for. So it might be yoga and employee retention, for example, are the terms that I want to rank for. As I said, we'll go more into that in the course when we release that. I can preview text in if I want to, but I don't have to. And then I can have my social share icons at the top, or I can have none at all. Once I've done that, I need my website settings. So at the moment, this is what's going to appear at the top. So when you have your URL at the top of your website, this is what it's going to say at the moment, which is really unprofessional. So I'm going to change it. And again, this has an impact on SEO. For any of you that don't know SEO out there, having this in your URL is really powerful. You're communicating to Google what your content is about. Again, on the website, you can have a pop-up in order to be able to capture emails. And what I've also done here as well is I've added a thumbnail. So we want a thumbnail so that appears on the website, makes it look good. I've picked the same image that AI picked for me in order to write this out using Copy. But you could pick something from Unsplash, which is the stock footage library, stock image library that comes included in Beehive if you don't have access to AI to produce images for you. Then we want to go over to SEO, and again, this is really important because this is how it's going to turn up at the moment in search, and there's no SEO benefits to that at all. So I want to put again my title in, so now I've got that at the top, employee retention. Then I want to write something in the description, so maybe for the sake of this, I'll put that in, and then I'm going to put this in as well. So now I've got that information, and this is what it's going to look like when it appears online, so people can see what the article is about and what the title of it as well, so they can come and read the newsletter if they find it in search, which is going to get you some traffic, and then there'll be a pop-up that can appear on the page in order to encourage them to sign up to the newsletter. And then we've got delivery. At the moment, we're just going for a free newsletter, so we could put that. You might want to just put it online on the website. You might just want to put this particular version out on email. You don't want it to go into search, but you might put it on both. So we'll just leave that one it is. And then all you're going to do is go down here to schedule, click on this. You can publish straight away, which if you are writing your emails, your newsletters just before you want to put them out, you can use that button. Otherwise, you can publish them. So if you're using AI, you could sit down, like I showed you last time, use the AI to write an entire week's worth or entire month's worth of content, and then you can just go ahead and you can schedule it. So you can just pick the date and the time that you want to go out, and then you just hit review, and then everything is scheduled. I'm not going to do that because I don't want this to go out onto the website or via email just yet. But that's how we set up and we schedule your newsletter, and how you can get ahead of the game in order to be able to schedule in advance and be able to take the pressure off yourself. Make sure you've got those newsletters ready to go out so people know when to expect you. In the next video, I'm going to show you automations. I spoke previously in the training about the most important email that you are going to send because it has the highest open rate, and it is your most likely to get a conversion email from somebody downloading your freebie or buying something from you. So I'm going to talk about automations for that in the next video. Don't miss that one. Otherwise, you can watch one of the videos on AI, using AI in your newsletter, if you just click the card on the screen now. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next one.